saving power. In God's eyes, he was like a tender green shoot, sprouting from a root in a dry and sterile ground. But in our eyes, there was no attractiveness at all. Nothing to make us want him. We despised and rejected him. Oh, a man of sorrows, acquainted with bitterness of grief. We turned our backs on him and looked away when he went by. He was despised. And we didn't care. Yet, it was our grief he bore, our sorrows that weighed him down, and we thought his troubles were a punishment from God for his own sins. But he was wounded and bruised for our sins, and so he must die for us to live. He was wounded and bruised for our sins, and so he must die for us to live. He was beaten that we may have peace. He was lashed that we were healed. We, every one of us, have strayed away like the lost sheep. We left God's path and followed our own. Yet, God laid on him the guilt and sins of every one of us. Oh, he was beaten, he was tortured, but he never said a word. Like a lamb taken to the slaughter, and like a sheep being sheared, he took all in silence. Justice miscarried. He was laid off, and did anyone know what was happening? He died without a thought for his own welfare. Beaten, bloodied for the sins of the people. He was buried like a criminal. Oh. But in a rich man's grave he was buried. He had done no wrong and had never said an evil word. But it was the Lord's plan to bruise him and fill him with grief. However, when his soul has been made an offering for sin, then he shall have more multitude of children, many heirs. He shall live again, and God's plan shall prosper in his hands. Out of that terrible travail of souls, you will see that it's worth it. And be glad he did. Through what he experienced, my righteous one, my servants, will make many righteous ones as himself, carry the burden of their sins. Therefore, I will reward him extravagantly, the best of everything, the highest honors, because he stared death in the face and didn't flinch, because he embraced the copy of the lowest. He took on his shoulders the sin of the many